It's time for a random review.
Random review.
All right, I'm going to do a screen share again. So if you are watching, you'll get to see a little behind the scenes and how we put this up. Let me share my screen. Here we go. All right. So we're going to do a more in-depth review, a little bit of the movie that we're talking about. But as you can see, if you're watching, and if you can't, I'll explain it. There's a grid. On the far left is a list for a roll of a D20. Jeff and I both have a 20-sided dice in our hands. And there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 options. All the way from a 1 to a 20 and 9 in between. And whatever we roll is the analysis that we're going to give.
Yes.
So
a random review.
Of TRON review.
ARES.
So we're going to have to take the movie that we've watched with the prompts that we have put together for our random roll, and we're going to see how this rolls. No puns intended. I'm going to stop sharing while we do this segment, but Jeff, why don't you kick us off?
All right. Steve, I challenge you to a random review, and your roll is a 17. You have made a successful charisma check, and the element of TRON ARES that you're reviewing is Jodie Turner-Smith's Athena. So analyze the secondary program character. Was Athena's rigid programming and eventual fate a more compelling emotional journey than Ares' own arc? What do you think?
Did you say 17 or 18?
Oh, shoot. I can't read a table. You made a successful wisdom save on a 17.
You confused the hell out of me.
So the visual aesthetic, the grid versus the real world. So focus on the look. Did the film successfully balance the glowing neon grid with the duller real world, or did it lose the franchise's unique visual signature?
All right. I actually like both of those, but I'll stick with the 17, my wisdom check. So I think it did. I was just crapping on 1982's, inability to do what they were trying to do. I think finally technology caught up with the feel of TRON, what they were, the spirit of what TRON was realized in TRON ARES, right? They created two worlds, because the world inside TRON ARES, in the new Dillinger world, where the character that you're talking about with the other one, we focus on their inner world more than the good guys, right? Because this is the bad guys. I love the use of essentially laser 3D printing, which is what brings these characters into our world. If you haven't seen a preview, go check it out or see the movie. It's great. But I do think they did a great job of being able to integrate. And then, of course, we live in a world where Avatar is a movie, and, Marvel movies exist with creatures that could never. So the fact that the blending of real world and computer generated imagery looked so good is not a surprise to me, but they certainly knocked it out of the park. Because you find yourself watching these devices that can't possibly exist fly through the air, and you don't question it. You're in a TRON movie, so you've got your beliefs are suspended adequately, but it looked amazing. So yeah, I absolutely think they did a great job. We didn't talk about this part. Do you want to talk about that too? Or do you want to just move on to a different
No,
one?
You've got to roll for me.
All right. So this is going to be, we didn't say that part. We're rolling for each other. We don't get to roll for ourselves. Here's Jeff's roll. And oh no. Listen, I did not plan this. I'm not making this up. This is true to Steve form. I rolled a 1. Gruel hold in his back. I have gotten this would be a critical miss. It's a critical fail, and nat 1. Now Jeff has to talk about Jared Leto's performance. So analyze the lead's performance. Did Ares transition from program to humanity feel earned, or did the acting feel like it was stilted as early? Sorry, I'm going to screw up that up. Did the acting feel as stilted as early AI dialogue?
Okay, so I love that critical fail was tied with Jared Leto, because I've seen this review kind of knocking on him, and so first I want to say that I know we're doing random review because we wanted that kind of D20 aspect to this, but I do want to say, in all reality, this is a great movie and to go and see it. And so
Oh yeah.
Jared Leto's performance was not a one. It was not a critical fail. I am not a huge fan of Jared Leto, but I have no issue with him at all as an actor, as a performer, and in this performance. I actually thought he was great in as this character, and I felt that they did I felt when there's a moment in the film when he essentially reads Frankenstein and comes to that awareness that when he's being abused by his creator, he has agency and then can break free. He doesn't have to be constrained by his programming, just like Frankenstein kind of breaks free. So I felt that it did work. I felt like going from program to human, and I also felt it was true to Tron 1982 and Tron Legacy, that these programs have been personified. And like I said, I did not appreciate it when I was 12. I didn't get it. Like, that seemed weird to me that a computer program would have feelings.
Mhm.
But that was true in 1982, in 2010, and in this film. The idea of a program having feelings and feeling and acting in human ways is true to the film, and I thought Jared Leto did a good job, and I highly recommend people go see it.
Only I have to add one thing that
Of course.
I thought of, in that transition you were talking about reminds me of Joshua from War Games, the computer that learns by, well, in War Games he learns by playing
Learn,
tic-tac-toe.
damn you! Isn't it something like that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's another whole vibe that we can talk about some other time. But I liked that theme of, yeah, I agree. Leto did a good job, and the progression worked.
Yeah, we're fans. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, and I don't usually drop this in midstream. I'm gonna try starting to do some of this earlier. I'm bad at this because I only usually do it at the end. Definitely, like Jeff said, go see this movie. It's a great movie if you liked any of the Tron movies, and even if you didn't, this one I think is the best by far. Just an improvement overall. But follow us on social media. Send us emails if you like what we're talking about, if you hate it. If you love that new segment, or if you have a great idea for us, send us an idea, right? But originalgeekpodcast@gmail.com, and comment on our videos and tell us how full of crap you think we are or how much you love what we're doing.
Yeah, the idea is every time we see a new movie, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a random review of the movie.